everyone here at the Grand National Roadster Show. How could I continue walking past this Bugatti behind me? I had to absolutely stop. I mean, the stunning build here, honestly. And not only that, it catches my eye that something like this is standing next to bare metal, which is very in right now. So let's have a chat with Gunnison from Ron Jones Garage and find out a little bit more. Gunnison, how's it going?
Great, doing great. Happy to be at the Roadster Show.
How do you like it, and how long have you been coming here for?
It's our first year, actually. We also have a car in for Amber. It's a 34 Ford Roadster. First time with a booth, so we're really excited to be out here and make a good impression on everybody.
Well, you certainly are doing that because the doors are not far, so as soon as you walk in, you cannot help but notice this.
Sure.
Talk to me, Gunnison. What have we got here?
So this is a 1937 Bugatti Type 57S. So they only made 12 S chassis cars. 2 were Corsica body. This is one of them. And this is the only one that has nickel finish for the bright work. We got this car in from a customer out of Saratoga, California. He has a collection of about 20 blue chip cars, and he wanted this one restored to a Pebble Beach standard. So we did everything.
There's a lot happening here, so let's backtrack. Now,
Sure.
This is a restoration.
Yes.
Customer brought it to you in what state?
We're in Colorado, Windsor, Colorado.
No, I mean the car. What state was the car in?
Oh, Saratoga, California.
Okay.
Oh, are you talking about as far as the
condition?
The condition, yeah. So yeah, I mean it was a running driving car.
Okay.
It had been restored about 30 years prior. It was originally black and yellow.
Oh.
So yeah, I mean we just did a complete nut and bolt restoration on it. Paint, body, bright work, the engine.
All right, let's start off here at the engine then.
Sure.
So originally, what would have been the engine?
This is the original engine.
This is the original engine.
So this is 198 cubic inch inline 8, supercharged, dual overhead cam.
Wow.
So something to note is the engine turn. Every engine builder had their own unique style for what they would do. And at the end result, it's kind of like a piece of jewelry.
Oh, it really is, isn't it? This is absolutely beautiful. And of course, at that time, it would not have been supercharged, I'm guessing?
So, from factory, it was not supercharged. This car actually has some race history. It was rebodied in 38, and it had some race history. And then in the 39 or 40 is when they added the supercharger, and Bugatti actually did that. They did that with a lot of the pre-war Bugattis. They added the supercharger later.
This is just so beautiful, but the body lines and everything is still original?
Yes. Yep. So this is the original Corsica body. And as you can tell here on the door seal, you get your Corsica stamp. Like I said earlier, this is one of 2.
One of only 2.
Corsica body Type 57S.
Wow, this is, I just want to show everybody the details involved here. I'm loving the body lines. I haven't seen one up close. So glad I have now. And the other thing that I love is the wheels. Let's have a look at the wheels.
So when we showed the car in Pebble Beach in 21, you can see in the pictures it actually has a cap that goes over. It's all aluminum. But the customer just loves the look of the wire wheel. You can see the aluminum brake. It really just shows off the engineering.
Oh, it really does. It makes it really stand out and modernizes it as well to an extent.
So we had to manufacture every single piece of hardware on this.
So tell me about Ron Jones Garage.
Sure, yeah, so we're out of Windsor, Colorado, family-owned business. We got about 20 guys now, 25,000 square feet, state-of-the-art, in-house CNC machine. We do 3D scanning, 3D printing, downdraft paint booth. We're one of 2 Hagerty expert repair shops in Colorado.
Wow.
So we handle all their collision as well.
Okay, that says it all, of course. Now, the CNC machining.
Sure.
Talk to me about some of the parts that you've done in-house.
So on this one, a lot of machine worked. I mean, you're not going to go to Napa and buy a water pump for this thing.
No.
So a lot of the engine pieces we had to machine, some of the bracketry.
This is catching my eye, Gunnison. Look at these
Yeah,
I'm not
so
going to call it grills or vents. What do you call these?
So yeah, on the side skirt of the hood there, that's just that mesh that they have, and that's all nickel finish. It's really just a great detail they had back then.
It's beautiful. Like you said, it looks like a piece of jewelry because it's absolutely sparkling here.
So the whole underneath of the car has a aluminum skid pin as well from front to back. So we made that as well.
Wow.
So originally this car had Connolly leather interior. They were on the same street as Corsica, and the leather is just so beautiful and nice, and it's kind of that almost that old look. You know, it almost looks worn, but it just really gives some car the character.
It's almost distressed leather, but it's not.
Yes.
Because I mean, it's still a Bugatti.
Yep.
You got to keep the class in there. Now, I'm loving the instruments in the dash. Talk to me about that.
So yeah, all the wood was redone and refinished. We had one of our good friends up in Estes Park do that for us. Did an excellent job. And since it is a supercharged model, I'll go across over here. You can always tell a pre-war supercharged Bugatti when it has this. It's called Kai gas. So that's how you pump fuel into the blower to get the car started.
So during its time, it didn't come from the factory supercharged,
No.
but people still often...
Yes.
Wow. How long did the build take?
About 3.5 years.
Okay, that's understandable.
So we showed it Pebble Beach 2021. The car got best in class, and then it was runner up for best in show. So what an accomplishment. We're super proud of the team at Ron Jones Garage.
That is a huge, I mean, we know that the Concourse, they've got really, really high standards, but then again, this speaks for itself. So here you are at the Grand National Roadster Show.
Yep.
So what are you guys competing for?
So we have the 34 Ford Roadster and AMBR. So you'll see it down there. It's one on white.
You're going to walk me down there, so
yeah,
we'll
let's go
and
check
have
it
a
out.
look. But before we do that, I got to have a look at something very, very different.
Sure.
Standing next to this classic, and it's in absolutely bare metal.
Yes.
So what have you got here?
Yep. This is a 74 Volkswagen Thing.
You know, I'm used to seeing this in orange.
Yep.
But in all bare metal, I'm loving it. It's giving it such a whole new mean look.
So the customer brought this to us. You know, it's kind of hard to make a Volkswagen Thing cool or trick, at least for some people. So we started off with a full custom tube chassis, Fox long travel suspension, and then it also has an air-cooled Porsche engine. So we kind of just really built around that. So our fabricator, Justin, has handcrafted every single panel on this from scratch around it. And if you peek in here, you can see that air-cooled Porsche motor.
Bare metal is very in. So, is this going to stay bare metal?
Unfortunately, no. It's going to be a robin egg blue with this green interior. So it's going to be kind of crazy, kind of 70s.
Nice.
We have the plaid with the green, that robin egg blue, the gold wheels. I think it's really gonna all come together.
Wow. And do you guys do the interiors in-house as well?
We have a guy that does it for us. He's really good, PJ Interior. He does a lot of our interiors for us.
This is beautiful.
So yeah, everything that you're seeing is all hand fabricated, and there's probably 60 machine pieces on here. You can see the shock mounts are machined, as well as some of the caps. I mean, there's just so many machine pieces on this.
It looks almost like brushed chrome, but because it's been CNC machined, I mean, it's giving it such a distinct look, especially with the grooves, and that would not have been easy to make.
No, yeah, I mean, we have some great guys at the shop. Everything, a lot of the time we'll 3D print it first just to check our fitment and everything, but we have, you know, a great fabricator that runs CAD, and, you know, we'll get the CNC piece processed, and it's so nice, and the finished product is just excellent.
And that's the thing with bare metal, it really allows you to see the work involved and the skills involved.
Yeah, fit, finish, gaps. So that's kind of why we brought this here, just to, you know, display our metal work, and we're super proud of it, super proud of our guys. They did such an awesome job. These are all CNC billet. These are actually out of a Polaris Razor, the headlights.
Okay.
It'll have another light bar up top. So on the original thing, this would have been completely flat. So we made these louvers in here. These are all billet, as well as the brake and clutch reservoir. That whole housing is all billet aluminum.
I would keep it in absolutely bare metal, but each to their own. How much input did the customer have in wanting this?
So what's great about this build is he just trusted us, and he just let our fabricator kind of run with it, which has just been so cool to see his vision come to life. So
you guys do have a fun job, honestly.
Yeah, it's excellent.
Well, we have to look at the coupe.
Yep.
Let's go and have a look at the 34, the Roadster.
Yes. So this one, at the end of the day, we call it Lunatic Fringe. It's if Porsche would have made a Volkswagen Thing, this is our vision of what it would have been.
This is what he would have done.
Yes.
Not sure if you've seen Chip's Fooz's, what he had. He had a dune buggy, the Porsche dune buggy.
I don't know if I have.
Well, I will put a link where you guys can see when Chip and I got together at SEMA and we had a look at it, and that was pretty cool too. So I'm loving the whole mix of it. Now everybody, we're here in building 4, so as you can see behind me, the crowd has not walked in yet, so I was able to get in an hour beforehand, and it's good because it allows me to see all the cars and meet everybody, but it's going to get real crowded. So as I was walking in, everybody was lining up from 11 a.m., that's when I got here, and there's a lot of people, so I'm glad I was able to come in beforehand. Look at the Woody, that's nice. All right, 34 Roadster Ford nonetheless. Check this out, everybody. I mean, I'm looking at the color and it looks like a brilliant black. Is that correct?
Yes. Yep. Single stage black. Yep.
Love the white wall wheels. Talk to me, Gunnison. Tell me about this.
So really cool project we built for one of our good friends. Well, we finished it really. So 34 Ford Roadster. Dale Withers was the original builder and vision behind this. So he unfortunately passed away, and we received this car from our customer out of Fort Collins about a year ago, and it was about 70% completed. So we machined a lot of custom parts for it. We did the louvers. Sid Schaefer's did the interior for us.
Is that a flathead?
Yes, it is a flathead. So it's a real traditional hot rod. A lot of the bright work we did underneath as well.
Very traditional, absolutely loving this.
Yeah, I mean, we feel so honored to finish this car for Dale. He has such an impact in this hot rod community, and this was his personal car, and unfortunately he never got to finish it. So we feel really honored to finish it and display it here at Grand National Roadster Show for AMBR.
3 very beautiful builds, 3 very different builds.
Absolutely.
You know, I think, and that speaks highly of your shop there with your family and what the stuff that you guys get up to. This is just beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, we're really happy with it. Definitely came down to the wire like it always does. We're really, really glad to be out here and with we think, which is a great car.
The wheels, the rims are a little bit different.
Yeah, so those are actually chrome reverse wheels. Yeah, they're kind of unique, kind of traditional.
Wow. Any custom work on this?
Lots of custom work on this. So I mean, one of the main things is the grille. So the 34 grills never looked like that, especially at the top, kind of by the hood you can see there. So that's been stretched and modified. This is an original hood with the louvers added. Fenders have been stretched kind of in the front down here, and the whole car has been widened a little bit to make sure the doors fit excellent. And this was all work done by Dale Withers, 40 years ago. So there's There's a great book on it that our customer made that really shows Dale Withers' metalwork. It's just an excellent car. It really is.
Wow.
Really special car. And Sid Schaefer's did an excellent job on the interior and top, like he always does. The windshield's been modified.
Because it looks a lot more shorter.
It's slanted back,
And
yep.
Okay, that's what's giving it that look.
Yeah,
'Cause
then-
it looks longer, the whole hood looks longer.
Yeah, and then if you
front
come
end.
around to the back, you can see the louvers as well.
I love these classic cars when they get these custom touches done. It gives it a whole new look and something that appeals to everybody, in my opinion.
So yeah, you can see the louvers
wow.
on the back. And, you know, we had talked about, so where the rear bumper would be, you know, a lot of guys would smooth that out, but, you know, back in the day, they never did that. So we wanted to leave it real traditional. It's got a quick change rear end. You can see some of the bright work down there as well, underneath the mirrors. It has a 54 Cadillac transmission. It's just really unique. The dash has been modified.
Wow.
I mean, pretty much almost every panel's been modified. This car also has no dynamat just because the doors shut so well, and we wanted to leave it, you know, if this car is restored 50 years from now, we really want to show how great the metalwork is on it. So.
It's absolutely stunning. Loving the suicide doors, everything in this. There is so much more happening that I don't know exactly what's happening, but all what I do know is it looks amazing.
Thank you.
It looks absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
And I wish you all the best because that's what they're all here for.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.